My name is Steve Layton, and I travel the world finding amazing and delicious coffee for you to drink at home. Some make coffee difficult to understand and complicated, but here it's my job to make it easy and fun and tell you what's in my mug. Hello, welcome to episode 400 of In My Mug. As I said in the titles, my name is Steve Layton, and you may notice I have a new set. And we have a new format to go with this as well, so very exciting times for In My Mug. But one thing that hasn't changed is the news. First bit of news, we have a cup of excellence Brazil that's gone on the website. Won't be in My Mug because it's a very small lot. So if you want to try that and you're a subscriber, you will have to go and buy it from the website. But I wholeheartedly recommend it, of course. News number 2, the Has-Been Open Day. Tickets are selling, but there are still some available. You should go along to hasbeen.co.uk and it's there on the front page. Our Has-Been Open Day where you can come cup with us, come learn how to roast, come hang out, have a beer, have something to eat, have a coffee. It's going to be lots and lots of fun. Okay, so we should go into the filter coffee. The filter coffee is from Finca, Argentina. The great thing about this coffee is like you get lots of milk chocolate. Lots of caramel, a little shoulders are still in, of a white wine, white grape-like acidity, but it's very delicate. The main driving factor with this one for me is its beautiful milk chocolate caramel mix as the filter. So before we start talking about the farm, we should go to the map bit and look where the farm is. Bit. Some more has been made. Off we go across the Atlantic and we are going to El Salvador, a tiny country, very very small as you can see there, just on the Pacific coast, and for such a small country it's quite a surprise that it is the third largest economy in Central America behind Costa Rica and Panama. So a little bit of a fact there, probably better than Roland's fact anyway. We are going to zoom down to Finca, Argentina. Now you can see there where the actual pin is, that's where the house is, and just north of that above, which we can get a better view of there, is the land that was cleared for the vents for the geothermic tests that were done into the volcano. But you can perfectly see the farm there, and you can see the front part, and just a very very good view of the whole farm. And here we can get more into the map of the farm. So San Jorge is at the very bottom of the map there, you can see, and this is at the dry mill when they were sorting through all of the beans for the farm. This is a beautiful view of Turin, just in the distance there, and there's me and Ali. Oh, don't we make a sweet couple? And this is me trying to get away from him because he was hurting me. No, this is me climbing a tree because I have to climb trees, I'm a boy. And that was this week's new and improved map bit. Oh, and before we do go, that is the Pacific Ocean in the background. We've got, and you can see that's 0 meters above sea level because it's the sea, and then you've got the highest point there. And there we get an even better view of that Pacific Ocean. And if you do climb to the top of the mountain, you can see the sea. And that was the map bit this time. An excellent, updated and new map bit, I'm sure you will agree. So the farm, as I said, is called Finca, Argentina. Now the guy who owns this farm is called Alejandro Martinez. You saw him in the map bit clips, and he is probably one of my best friends. We originally met in 2010 when he sent me that bag up there. You can see my prop on the set there with the sample in. And ever since then we've kind of been talking on email, and I've been backwards and forwards quite a few times. And in fact I spent this Christmas with him and his family, Melanie and Lucas, at their house, and they looked after me fantastically. I recorded it in my mug in their pool, no less. He's a really good friend, he's a really good person. He's second generation, so it was his grandfather's farm originally. And this lot comes from a Fincona, a tablon, sorry, getting my words mixed up. A tablon that is called San Jorge, and it was his grandfather's favourite part of the tablon. It's the highest part of the farm at around about 1350 metres above sea level. It is 100% Bourbon washed, and it's absolutely delicious. So we should now go and do what's something new that's called the fact file. So welcome to the new coffee fact file. Here we have Central America and a little bit of a figure in the corner saying figures may change because it's very difficult to get exact figures. So this is just a rough idea of what to expect. But El Salvador has 165,000 hectares devoted to coffee, which equates to 12% of the entire country. So you can see that coffee is quite important. They are the 14th biggest coffee producer in the world. They have a total coffee production of 1.3 million bags, or 82 metric tons. That did reduce a little last year, unfortunately, due to leaf rust. But the common varietals you'll find are Bourbon, Pacas and Pacamara. All delicious varietals and big favourites of mine. Total employed, 155,000 people employed in a population of 10 million. And we work with 18 farms, it has been, in El Salvador. Read that and weep, 18 farms. So the figures, Finca Argentina, this tablon is San Jorge, varietal is Bourbon, it's a washed, has 16 full-time workers during the picking season, altitude of 1,300 metres, owner Alejandro Martinez. So you learnt a little bit more about the farm while going into the fact file, all the facts at the end. But yeah, the farm is based in Turin, which is kind of in between Archipan and Santa Ana. It is, it's part of the Archipan mountain range. The espressos are a little bit different to the brewed. It's a lot more focused chocolate, but that white wine has been replaced for me with an orange. You get a really strong orange acidity, and it's just almost like it's just intensified a little bit. It's got a little bit more citrusy than grapey. But absolutely amazing espresso. It really is a quaffable, drinkable coffee. That's what I love about this coffee. San Jorge is always the most expensive lot that we buy from the farm, and we put this one at a premium. Obviously, my mug subscribers, you've got it for the same price as you always pay, which is good. But we couldn't commemorate episode 400 without giving you a special coffee. The cappuccino, I think you get that espresso-based orange running through it as well, and the caramel becomes more. It's milk chocolate more in the espresso and milk chocolate more in the brewed, but in the cappuccino, definitely the caramel is boosted particularly, and it's really, really delicious and really, really sweet. So we couldn't get rid of it, we couldn't throw it away. It's time for Roland's Daft Fact of the Week. El Salvador is the smallest country in Central America and is smaller than the state of Massachusetts. Who knew? Thank you, Roland. I like him being in here instead of in here. It's much better. So next week I'm flying off to Rwanda. So this weekend when this is released, I'll be in Rwanda for a week, looking to go and find some new projects to buy from, and also learn a little bit more about Rwandan coffee. So because of that, next week's In My Mug is on the road. We did it at I did it a couple of days ago at Esther's, which is in Stoke Newington, in North London, and a really, really good one, and a fantastic coffee as well to go with it as well, which I think you will enjoy. And lots has changed this week. This is very different, but one thing that would never ever change, that life is too short for bad coffee.